Hello. This is Gazez Harren. I hope everyone is doing good. Today I have a video for you on how you could quickly and successfully accomplish your dosage calculation maths exams. I have recorded this long video with some general ideas on how you could do dosage calculation maths, and I have also solved about 8 questions, but when I sum it up, it became a long video. So I've decided to split it apart and to have like a series of videos on how you could do your dosage calculation maths. In this video, I'll only be covering the fundamentals of nursing dosage calculation questions. There are in nursing, there are basically 3 types of dosage calculation. The first one is fundamentals of nursing dosage calculation. The second one is IV dosage calculation maths, and the third one is pediatrics dosage calculation, which is specifically related to children. In this series, I'll only be in this fundamentals of nursing dosage calculation questions. In the first video, I'll only have some general ideas on how you could do it. Then in the following videos, I'll have a list of questions on how you could calculate. On the second video, on how you could do oral medications. Then the next one, weight-based medication. Then reconstitution questions, and finally tube feeding questions. Before we go into that, I'll be using in all of these videos, I use dimensional analysis as a method to solve these questions, but there are different types of methods that other people use. Some use like a formula method, others use ratio proportion method, but I'll only be sticking to dimensional analysis method because I believe for any person who have like difficulty with doing maths problems, if you set it up correctly using dimensional analysis, you don't need to worry about maths. It just becomes multiplication and division. So I think it's the easiest way to do it. So I'll be using that way to solve the questions. So in this video, most of the video is screen recorded because I want you to have some general ideas that I'll be discussing on a PowerPoint, and also I used my iPad and Apple Pencil to try to solve the equations while I do audio. So I'll be having the whole video like that. I hope it's useful for you in your examinations in the nursing school and also in your career after that. General ideas. First, what you have to understand while you do all this dosage calculation questions, you have to know and memorize conversions. The medication come in different format. The doctor might order it in one format. So understanding this conversions is very important. These are the most important conversions that you have to memorize. There is no other way about it. You can't do anything. It's just to memorize it. You'll be asked to answer these questions per dosage, like to calculate the dosage, to calculate the daily amount, and also to calculate the whole prescription. Like some of the questions ask you how much will the patient will get if the order is for 10 days. Some of the orders may say to give the medication every 4 hour, 6 hour, or 8 hour. Pay attention here. It's not to give it 4 times or 6 times. Or in a day we have 24 hours. So if you are supposed to give the medication every 4 hours, you have to divide 24 to 4 and you'll get 6. Or if it's ordered every 6 hours, and you have to divide and you have to distinguish between if it's ordered 6 times or if it's ordered every 6 hours. Next, sometimes when you calculate the medication, the numbers might not match. So it's customarily, it's up to 10% difference between the order and the amount to be given. It's okay to have sometimes you'll calculate and you'll get 0.95 tabs per dosage, and in this case it's okay to give one tablet for the patient. Next, rounding. There are different ways, different schools or different institutions or like hospitals want rounding. As far as my school goes, they said on fundamentals of nursing and IV maths to take the number to hundreds and round it to tens. For example, if you have like 2.46, then you will round it to 2.5. Then in some medications that are measured in units, it has to be rounded to full number. Like if your calculation gives you 10.1 unit, you are required to say 10, or 10.6 units, you have to round it to 11 units. There is no partial or decimal points to be accepted in unit. Then dimensional analysis. It's a problem solving method that uses the fact that any number or expression can be multiplied by 1 without changing its value. This is a very useful technique in dosage calculations. This is usually used in chemistry and physics. It makes it very easy when you use dimensional analysis to solve your questions. There are certain steps that you are required to follow. First, determine the question. What's being asked? Then start with what you know. Also, the form you are asked has to be at the top. We'll have an example down here. The setup has to be, for example, if you are asked to convert 156 pound to kilogram, now the question is kilogram. So this is how you'll start. Your answer have to be in kilogram, so you'll start with kg. You know from your conversion, from what you have studied on conversion, 1 kilogram is 2.2 pound. So you'll say 1 kg divided by 2.2 lb times 156 lb. Here the main idea is to multiply. This is what you have. To multiply it with this. When you have 1 kg over 2.2 lb, these two numbers are equal. So you are just multiplying 156 lb with 1. That doesn't change the value of the number, but it will help you to get rid of the lb. Okay, times 156 lb. Now you can get rid of these two and you'll just divide the number. 156 divided by 2.2. When you do that, you will get 70.909 and you will round it up to 70.9 kg. So when we try to review what we have already discussed earlier, determine what's the question. Here you are being asked kilogram. Then start with what you know. You have kilogram here, and you know that 1 kilogram divided by 2.2 lb, and make what you are asked at the top. You are asked in kilogram, put kilogram at the top, divided by 2.2 lb, and that will help you to get rid of the pounds that you have. Alright. Fundamentals of dosage calculation have basically 4 types of questions, as I have tried to highlight earlier. Tablet or capsules, like you'll ask you like how many tab or how many capsules to be given to a patient, and there are also weight-based calculation. Some of the medications are ordered based upon the weight of the patient. Reconstitution is the medication that you have to mix some type of liquids with the medications that are given to you. That's those type of questions. And tube feeding. If you have any questions, comments, leave it in the comment below, and also don't forget like and subscribe.